We're talking about 4.4 million US dollars. It was buried in a huge spending bill passed last Friday, and it means up to $10,000 for each of those 444 days of captivity for 53 hostages. Spouses and children will receive a lump sum of up to $600,000, and they're expected to get those payments within a year. Now, this is part of another $1 billion that's been set aside for victims of state-sponsored terrorism, and that includes the 1998 American embassy bombings in East Africa. There's also an additional $2.8 billion for the victims and family members of September 11 attacks. For these Iran hostages, though, this compensation is a long time in coming. Congress tried at various times to get this package approved. This went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and they finally won this after a recent decision forced a Paris-based bank to pay a $9 billion penalty for violating sanctions against Iran, Sudan, and Cuba. There are only 37 that are still alive, and they tell the New York Times this is long overdue. They're calling it a roller coaster. They're frustrated by the delays. One man said he was so overcome he pulled over at the side of the road and cried when he heard this news. They really had felt forgotten until that movie Argo was released in 2012. That's the Academy Award-winning film directed by Ben Affleck. And it focused on 6 people who managed to escape and take refuge in the home of the Canadian ambassador. Ken Taylor risked his own life by hiding those refugees for 3 long months and then helping the CIA come up with a plan to get them out safely. And he actually just died of cancer in October at age 81. So some of these former hostages are still waiting for an apology from Iran. They're not holding their breath, as you can imagine. But they do hope this compensation will remind people about the dangers U.S. diplomats face all the time when they're sent into harm's way.